All righty. Well, welcome back. Um, Obviously, a lot has happened today. Um, but before we dive in to this episode, as always, brought to you by wannaparlay.com. Make sure you use that promo code JMP. Gets you 100% deposit match up to $250. You at least got to deposit $10 to use that promo. And one more thing about Wanna Parlay. It is, boosted contests, boosted parlays. One really interesting fact is when you're using Wanna Parlay and you're hitting your bets, because everybody that follows us hits all their bets because we're so smart and we give out the best information. It's actually going to tell you how much the other sites would have paid you versus what you are getting from Wanna Parlay. It's very transparent, very user-friendly, a lot of boosted contests, even from $2 to $5 to $10. So you can always get probably the best bang for your buck out of all those sites out there. Wanna Parlay gets you that multiplier that we all wish we had. If you had like a $10 bet on FanDuel, it hits for $60, you're like, man, I probably should have put more. Wanna Parlay, you'll win more. But let's dive into this week of football. It is obviously Tuesday, so Monday night wrapped up last night. But why don't we go ahead? We will dive in to what has happened. We will go first game of the week. We haven't covered this, have we? No.
What, the Dolphins game? We covered the Dolphins game.
Ravens and Dolphins.
Yeah, we did that one.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so we'll go to the first game after that.
Houston, Denver.
Yep, so we got Houston and Denver. Like we said, ahead of this matchup, the Denver +2, take it. We were very adamant on it. And it hit.
The under.
Yes, the under and the spread both hit.
The under was 40 and it still hit.
Yes. So
the over-under was.
I think looking at it, obviously Denver is the better team, but Houston's defense is what keeps them alive basically all season, even though they're 3-5. But blame whoever you want, probably offense.
Well,
but
also
Denver,
CJ Stroud getting hurt in like the second quarter.
Yeah, well, that will not help. But Nico Collins actually had a good game. So maybe CJ Stroud can learn a little bit.
From Long Neck? You talking about from Long Neck?
Mm-hmm. I sure am. But yeah, Denver takes it, 3-point victory. And I mean, Denver's just a weird team so far this season, because you look at like beating the Titans by 8.
They win their games, though. That's the thing.
They do. They lost to the Colts by 1. Then they lose to the Chargers by 3.
But they're on a 6-game win streak.
They beat the brakes off of the Bengals, and then
who doesn't
beat the Eagles, and then beat the Jets. That was at 13-11 in, I think, London, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was London game.
Yeah,
it was in London.
Yeah, Dublin was the Steelers game. And come back home, host the Giants, win that by 1, 33-32. Beat the brakes off the Cowboys by 20, and then beat the Texans by 3. So a weird season so far, but they are on a massive win streak. Yeah. And it's probably not going to stop because they play the Raiders next week.
And
then
the Raiders, that'd be on par with this NFL season, though.
Yeah. So they do have a strong, well, they do have a tough second half of the season after their bye week as well. So you're looking at Denver,
they still play the Chiefs twice.
Yeah, so I think we're looking at Denver could probably be 8-3 heading into the bye, because their next 2 is the Raiders and then Chiefs.
I mean, they could win that game.
The Chiefs haven't looked unstoppable, but which benefit of the doubt, Kansas wins the first game.
Or maybe they beat the Chiefs and lose to the Raiders.
Yeah, true. So coming out of the bye, 8-3, you have Commanders, Raiders again. Should be a win. Easy.
Well, they're definitely
Packers.
beating the Commanders because Jaden Daniels snapped his arm in half. So
Yeah. So Commanders, Raiders, and then it goes Packers, Jags,
the
Packers,
Broncos play the
Jags,
Broncos.
Chiefs, Chargers. So
Yeah,
playoff team. Definitely a
yeah,
playoff team.
definitely. I think they're going to win the division.
Solid chance. You only have 2 losses, so definitely in a boat to win.
Yeah, and it helps that the Chiefs lost this week.
Yeah, it does. But then with Houston, just 3-5, not a whole lot to take away from the season so far, other than
They suck.
wasn't great. But coming into we're leading up to the mid-season, halfway point of the season. But I mean, Houston's not one of the teams that are going to sell any of their players. Definitely just a bad season so far.
No, they can't sell them now.
No, we're stuck. But yeah,
it's crazy
so Denver
too,
takes it.
The Broncos winning that game. RJ Harvey is their leading receiver.
Yeah, that was nuts. Good fantasy day for RJ Harvey.
Yeah, guess who didn't play him?
You.
Guess who I played over him? A lot of people.
Yeah.
And he actually would have won me my game because Zach Charbonnet couldn't get 6 points in fantasy. So
yeah, I lost in fantasy in my other league, 140.05 to 140.50. So
yeah, I lost 145.45 to 145.90.
yeah, and I was heading into that Dallas game down by 2 points. I had CD Lamb left to play. He had George Pickens left to play. And
yeah, I went into the Sunday night game down 6.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Terrible.
Ass. Straight ass.
And then George Pickens gets like the last pass attempt of the game for the Dallas, catches it, and then that was the reception that made me lose.
Broke your back. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
But yeah, Denver wins. Houston got a lot of room to make up for.
It's unfortunate too because their defense is
lack of
super
football.
good.
Yeah, they are. But next, I did talk shit on my own team, and they listened and they said, "Fuck you."
Well, I did also see a big thing that probably is part of it too. Is they had like the 2005 Super Bowl team there.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of talking. They talked to players, and like Aaron Rodgers said, like Ramsey just got in the middle of the locker room and gave this like emotional speech to the players.
And Jalen Ramsey was playing free safety this week.
Yeah, which is honestly great because he played a lot better than he has been. So wouldn't mind seeing that stay for a little bit, and just seeing how that continues to turn out. But obviously, it was effective. 6 turnovers was forced, 3 picks, 3 forced fumbles. Yeah. Peyton Wilson, dog, had that 1 interception, and then the second interception that was because of him.
Do you
where
think
Jack Sawyer catches it on the way down?
No, that was Highsmith, I think, wasn't it?
No, that was Peyton Wilson.
But do you think this is the game that maybe makes Danny Dimes go back to Danny Dimes, or do you think he's good now?
No, I think. I mean, you're probably going to run into games like this. Like, let's look at, early in the season, the Patriots. They have 5 turnovers, lose by 7 to the Steelers. Now, obviously, that's in the beginning of the season. Patriots have easily overcame that loss, but Pats are one of the best teams in the AFC, and so are the Colts. And both of them march into Pittsburgh, combine 11 turnovers, and they both lose. Yeah. So great. And and I see so much shit about, once again, the Steelers offense can't close a game because we won by 7. But when you're in the fourth quarter and you're up by 3 possessions, like I understand it's, I
said, and you can't run the ball.
Well, they have been running the ball pretty well the last 2 weeks.
But
and then 3 weeks really, because Jalen Warren had like 120 yards against Cincinnati.
They didn't run it good this game.
No, but there's only 18 attempts total between 3 running backs.
Yeah, but all of them were basically Jalen Warren.
Yeah, it was. But he did get 2 touchdowns. It just wasn't a good running game. But if there's any
I
defense
mean,
that's going to limit
you definitely could say that the offense was not great this game. They had a lot of short field.
They did great to me. I think especially for the end of the game when you're up by 3 possessions. It's early. It's the start of the 4th, and you're gonna run, punt. And that's fine. That's fine because you are giving the ball back to the Colts that are down 3 possessions in the 4th with 11 minutes left. And then obviously the Colts score a field goal out of that. And then next drive, Steelers got the ball and they waste the clock again because you're still up 2 possessions with 11 minutes left. So they finally get the ball, or Colts finally get the ball back with about 6.5 minutes left. And I think that's just how you're going to play it when your defense is forcing 6 turnovers. I think at that point you put the rest of the game on the defense. Obviously a 4th touchdown, you're going to ice it, but it's not needed. When the defense is forcing 6 turnovers and playing as good as they are.
Yeah, but the thing that I'm saying is you have 6 turnovers. What, did you guys turn the ball over at all or no?
No.
You guys should be winning that game by at least 2 possessions.
Well,
Like
the thing is, the thing is, hold on. The thing is, what I'm trying to say is they make 7 they make 7 red zone trips, score on 5 of them, 3 of them touchdowns, 2 field goals. So I think only having 2 drives that were within scoring possibility that did not end up being scoring at all. I don't think that's a bad game for the offense. Rodgers completed it 25 times, 203 yards, and a touchdown. Quarterback rating of 95. And I think everybody else played their part well. DK Metcalf was hurt throughout the majority of the game, so that alone is going to hurt you. He was on, I think he played a total of 16 snaps on offense. I was listening to Christopher Carter this morning on the way, Locked On Steelers. Shout out to him, my inspiration for my first podcast, On Pace Podcast. But yeah, I thought it was a great game. I thought they did what they were supposed to do at the end of the game. And I think the offense did look good. Pretty successful red zone percentage that week. And like I said, when the defense is playing like they were, I do not question the way that they closed the game out. I think that was smart. I think that's kind of what you're going to do when you have a defense that's playing as good as Pittsburgh's is. So that's my take on that game.
What do you think about the fact that Danny Dimes had all of their turnovers besides 1? I think he had 3 interceptions and 3 fumbles, and 2 of them were lost.
Yeah, I don't know. Because not gonna lie, like I said, it's gonna happen just like the Patriots did. But like 3 of them were Ramondre Stevenson fumbles. 1 was a Drake May sack fumble, and then the other was a Drake May pick.
Well, Danny Dimes threw 1 straight to Peyton Wilson, and then on another one, he threw it straight into Peyton Wilson's face.
Yep.
And then I don't know the other one.
The other one was late in the 4th. They were driving, and then Joey Porter just jumped the route. Yeah. It wasn't even like a medical ball. Like you just need points. I'm going to throw it up. No, they were. It's just bad. It was just a bad throw.
I didn't get to watch all of this game, but I'm guessing the 3 fumbles were all sack fumbles.
Yes, they were.
Okay, yeah. Besides,
TJ Watt had 1. Alex Highsmith had 1.
Because Josh Downs fumbled too.
Yeah. So
realistically, the Steelers could have had 7 turnovers, but they didn't lose 1 of the fumbles.
Yeah. Yeah, then that is true. But yeah, I do think it is interesting.
That is a big win though for the division.
Huge for the Steelers.
because that puts them at still a 2-game lead after playing the team that everybody was basically thinking they're the best chance of the Super Bowl.
Well, and here's my take on this too. People there's so much shit online where the Steelers are obviously one of the worst teams that are in playoff contention right now. People are still saying they're the third best in the AFC North. But you're literally looking at a team that had two really, really solid wins so far this season in the Patriots and the Colts. And, offense is sluggish, but like I said weeks ago, the defense was healthy. We were looking good. Now, obviously, the last 3 weeks, maybe one game, which is Colts, looks like it was supposed to on defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are going to have a great week in 2 weeks when you play the Bengals on offense.
Yeah, I hope.
I mean, we lost Logan Wilson too, so I was surprised Trey's not gone.
I am too, honestly. But yeah, so obviously, and especially like last week too with the Packers. Yeah, I mean, they're winning 17-6 at half. The game is within reach. They just sucked in the second half, but it was the defense that fell apart. But yeah, I mean, giving up 33 and then 35 back-to-back weeks, and then home against the Colts, best offensive rating in the NFL.
Well, I think they average the most points in the league, besides the Cowboys, maybe.
Yeah, so you hold them to 26 turnovers. Good game. But Chargers coming up. That's a Sunday night game this week. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So if you were taking our advice, they said it might not be back till week 12.
Yeah.
But if you were taking our advice on the Denver-Houston game, hopefully you didn't take it on the Steelers and the Colts game.
I agree.
Because we both said they were probably losing.
I am at fault. But yeah, good game. Good win. Next on the list, wasn't really a surprise. 49ers taking down the Giants.
We actually were kind of not sure about this one.
Yeah, but the 49ers defense is just...
it's not. No, it's not great.
Yeah. But I think losing Cam Scatterbo is going to just hurt the whole team.
I mean, yeah, Tyron Tracy had 18 yards. I mean, he ran the ball 5 times, and Singletary ran it 8 times, and they combined for 60 yards. So,
yeah,
not great. Jackson Dart had 56. So, I mean, it's basically either Jackson Dart plays unreal, and you guys have a chance to win, or if he plays even remotely bad, you're losing.
Yeah, and also doesn't help as a defense. You allow Christian McCaffrey 106 yards on the ground.
When he's averaging 50 a game.
And then you allow him to be the leading receiver that game as well with 5 catches, 67 yards.
That part's not very surprising, though. He's been doing that all season.
Yeah.
But I mean...
Yeah, another 170-yard total game for CMC. Yeah. So it's going to help you win every week.
I think another thing that was big this week for the 49ers is they actually were starting to run the ball with Brian Robinson.
Which is probably what everybody thought they were going to do when they traded for him.
They would definitely do that.
I mean, yeah, they traded for him.
Why would you not? He's literally
understand.
20. He's 25, 26 years old, and he is a big power back.
Well, and
they barely use him.
These past weeks, I mean, they're proving that there is no point in that trade because they did not use him at all.
Yeah.
Like a good example is Philly. They trade for Tank Bigsby, and he is productive. He's had good games for them. He had 80.
He had one good game. I think he had 100 yards 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but that was split carries. It wasn't. Saquon wasn't out.
Oh, they didn't play this week. Never mind.
They just split carries.
Well, yeah, that's because they were winning by so much. I think they just started playing him, and then Saquon got hurt or something.
Yeah, well, 49ers got 6 wins. I feel like at some of those 6 wins, you probably could have used Brian Robinson more than what you just finally started doing.
Yeah, but hey, they're winning the fucking game, so. You know?
Yeah, that is true. I just don't understand why trade for someone
Honestly,
and then
I
don't
don't
use them
see.
for 4
I
weeks.
mean, I know a lot of it is Kyle Shanahan, but I just don't see them beating like a really good team when they play them, like in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Like if they're obviously going to play Brock Purdy when he comes back, and I think that's going to make them worse
it probably will, and definitely will.
because the one game he came back right before, and then he obviously didn't play again. Was the Jaguars, and they lost that game, and he didn't throw any touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah. Next game I have Falcons, Patriots.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
Falcons were
they were getting their ass
looking
kicked, and they just came back, I think, weren't they?
no, no. I think they're
I
down
thought
by
they were.
10 at most ever the whole game.
It's close enough. No, they're
Yeah, they
down
were
by
down
14.
24-14 in the third.
They were down by 20. They
Um,
were down 21-7 too, so
yeah,
that's 14 points.
yeah. But the Falcons literally miss an extra point and you lose the game.
That is such a shit way to lose a game.
Yeah, and especially playing against one of the best teams in the AFC this season, and the Patriots.
And guess what I
Um,
told you before the game?
oh my God.
No, not that. The
Oh,
Patriots haven't allowed a 50-yard rusher all season. Guess what they didn't do this week? Allow a 50-yard rusher.
yep. Patriots
So,
are. I mean, they're a good team.
but I'll tell you what, if I was the fucking Falcons, I'd be throwing that bitch to fucking Drake London every time. Because those catches he was making, he was literally bodying people.
Yeah, good old hat trick for Drake London.
And they were all nasty.
Yeah, they were. Where was I
He
at?
had fucking 9 catches, and Bijan had 8, and the rest of the team had 5, and there was 2 other people.
Yeah. But yeah, I literally just went back to that Steelers Patriots box score because when you said that, I was like, nah, I thought Jalen Warren hit 50. He had 49.
Yeah.
And then Kenneth Gainwell had 1 rush for 18 yards. So, but
I didn't
yeah,
say allow 50 as a team, 50 to 1 rusher.
Jalen Warren was 1 yard short. So,
Hey, he didn't get it though, did he?
nope. But yeah, that's just. I mean, Falcons have had their, fair shares of bad kickers. Parker Roma is a good kicker.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you miss an extra point to tie the game. Patriots just run the clock out right after that.
Yeah.
And that's how they lose.
I mean, and the thing is too, like Drake May, he played good, but they sacked him 6 times. So like it's not like your defense isn't helping. It's just 1, Drake May is also really good, and 2, your kicker sucks at making extra points. So
Yeah. But I mean, overall, it was a solid game for Atlanta entirely. The offense looked good besides Bijan Robinson. But doesn't matter because he still had 8 catches, 50 yards. Drake London, absolutely unreal type of game. But yeah, I mean, it's just another bad loss that you can probably at some point look into a little bit of coaching as to how you keep losing these close ass games.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just on,
Honestly, I
the
like
shit end of the stick with that.
I like their coach though. Raheem Morris is a good coach, but he's also a defensive coach.
He is.
So that's part of it, is that he's a defensive coach, and I mean they just couldn't fucking. I mean, just get it. Like they're not a high scoring team. When they win games, it's going to be a defensive game.
Yeah. Well, obviously that loss hurt him, or really irritated the Falcons because they did waive Parker Romo, signed
Did they actually?
Zane. Yeah.
Oh, I
And
didn't see that.
they signed Zane Gonzalez. And it says
God.
right here, Falcons signed new kicker to replace Parker Romo after he blew the game versus Patriots.
Yeah, he did.
So, yeah, you did.
He did indeed.
And that sucks.
Yeah, hate to see it for him.
Yeah, but Falcons lose another close one. Kind of wraps up their not wraps up their season. Yeah, third in
it's pretty
NFC
close.
South. Yeah.
Pretty close to wrapping
third
up
in the
your
NFC
season.
South. So, but yeah, I mean, losing 1 point against the Patriots, then you lose by 10 to the 49ers, shutout loss to the Panthers, and then losing by 3 to the Bucks. I mean, considering that those are your losses, you're not really, besides the Panthers, I mean, you're just a bad 3-game stretch so far. But yeah, I mean,
it's nice too that this week was actually a good week of football, because last week I think the 12 games the 13 games there were, 12 of them were double-digit wins, and this week I think it was all but on Sunday, because obviously Baltimore, all but 2 of them were 1-score games, or 3.
Yep. So we got another 27-20 box score. This one, Chargers take it over the Titans. Probably.
Dude, the Titans are so embarrassing to watch.
Yeah, but they've kept it close against some good teams. But
tell me how they scored those 2 touchdowns.
Well, see, the thing is,
interception return for touchdown and a punt return.
The thing is, well, I ain't saying nothing good about Tennessee. I'm just saying that probably 3 best teams that they've played this season have been their best, closest games. Probably not the best games because offense still stinks, but literally probably the best overall possible outcome games have been against the best teams that they played against.
Well, I mean, you could say that, but they also won a game
with an unreal comeback. They were 21-6.
Yeah.
And then made that comeback. But yeah, I mean, Titans are just bad. Just overall. You're looking at their rankings too on the season. They're 29th in pass yards per game. They are 31st in rush yards per game. And they are 32nd in total yards per game.
Now go look at their defense.
It's not going to give me that stat on Yahoo.
Oh, it does for me sometimes. But
yeah. Well,
I don't know how to do it.
But yeah, like looking at the Broncos game, you lose by 8. So not a terrible game. The Rams, you ultimately lose 33-19. But it was 25-19 until Rams got like a garbage time touchdown. So kept that game pretty close against the Rams. Lose by 21 to the Colts. That's not close.
They got the fuck kicked out in that game.
You get shut out by Texans 26-0. Not close. Win against the Cardinals.
You play one of them defenses though.
You win against the Cardinals. Lose by 10 to the Raiders.
They probably would have lost to the Cardinals if Jacoby Brissett was playing.
Yeah. But yeah, Titans. Historically awful.
Yeah, indeed. And the only time I think that they've been good in recent memory is when they've had Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah. But yeah, so we looking at the Panthers-Packers game, and remind you, this Packers team was minus 215 on FanDuel.
Well, they were also 13. They were also 13-point favorites in this game.
Yeah. And just like they were 13-point favorites against Cleveland, they lose.
Yeah, that is. How do you lose 2 games favored by 2 touchdowns?
I don't know. But if there's any team, I mean, and you just dropped 35 against Pittsburgh, and then you dropped 13 against Carolina. But yeah, Bryce Young lit it up, 102 yards and a pick.
Yeah, but Rico Dowdle came in and saved the day.
Rico Dowdle, 25 attempts, 130 yards. 2
Guess where
touchdowns.
You sitting at?
Your bench.
Yes, sir.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, realistically, there's just no way you look at the stats
that they should have won this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in this that points out that the Panthers were the better team that against the Packers. I mean, you look at their defense that game, 0 sacks, one interception, which that was a bad. I don't know if you were watching that game or not, but that was just a bad throw. I have no idea what Jordan Love was looking at. It either looked like he thought a receiver was standing there, or the receiver ran the completely wrong route. But yeah, so that interception gets taken. But I mean, there's really nothing. there's no sacks, one pick. Yeah, there's 2 passes deflected.
Well, from what I'm looking at, it looks like the main reason they won is because they had the ball so much, like
yeah,
time-wise.
but but that's still crazy because you're looking at Jordan Love. Like, how are they not extending these drives? Because Jordan Love only had 11 completions, threw it 37 times, 273 passing yards.
Well, also, old boy Brandon McManus missed another field goal as well. So
yeah, but still, you have nearly 300 yards passing, combined 105 or 110 rushing yards. I mean, the Carolina's defense wasn't, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Carolina's defense was not great either.
Ben don't break.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a bad game for the Packers. There's just, you look at this box score. There's absolutely no reason why they lost.
This is what I'm looking at that makes me see kind of how you could see them winning the game. They had their first drive was a 3-and-out. They punted the ball, and then their second drive was 50. They didn't even score. It was 15 plays, 70 yards, and they threw a pick. 8 minutes. Then the Packers somehow ran 9 plays, got 10 yards. Doesn't make any sense. And had the ball for 5 minutes. What are we doing? Hey, let's not do that. And then they had a 10-play drive for 75 yards. And then they had a 6-play drive for 18 yards. And this didn't even make sense to me. They had 8 plays, 23 yards, and had the ball for 4 minutes. The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
I mean, they just had the ball a lot.
Second half, you're looking at, if you look at their drives, field goal miss, interception, turnover on downs, and then touchdown. So that is the way that.
Actually, you know what? I lied. Time of possession was almost even. It was literally a 20-second difference, and it was in the Packers' favor. It just looked like they had the ball more.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just a weird game, honestly.
Next game, Vikings take a surprise cover, plus 9.5 spread for Minnesota.
Cover? They fucking won the game.
Yeah, and 27-24, JJ McCarthy could have had a better game.
Is he? Is he? But hey, speaking of JJ McCarthy, I want to do a blind resume that I saw on Pardon My Take. All right, you ready? So this one QB has 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and 1 rushing touchdown, and they win the game 27-24. Okay. The second QB has 143 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 pick, and 1 rushing touchdown. And they win the game 27-24.
Yeah, a bit strange, isn't it?
And you know what that is? Those are both of J.J. McCarthy's games he's played this year. And they're the exact same stats and the exact same score in the game. He had the exact amount of passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 rushing 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown.
He might be a lizard amongst people. So,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
that is nuts.
But yeah, obviously it could have been better. Not a lot of NFL time yet, so let's
honestly, I don't think he really played crazy bad though.
No, it wasn't, just not a whole lot of production.
I mean, yeah, but you win the game. I mean, they held the Lions to like no rushing yards basically for the 2 dudes they have.
Yeah, Gibbs had 25 yards. Now, if that's me in Madden, that's not happening.
I don't even want to talk about that. No, you rushed for 4,000 on the season.
But Lions do this every year. They have a few games where it just doesn't make sense how they lost. This is one of them.
I think this one mostly you can just put it to that they could not run the ball.
Yeah, they really couldn't. But that also doesn't help you out because now you're realizing that if you don't have a run game, you don't have well, you need the run game to win, essentially.
Yeah.
For the Lions.
Yeah.
That's fair. I would want my run game with Sonic and Knuckles to be there every week. All right,
yeah.
we have a few more games left, and obviously
I
talk
can't
about
wait for this
the
next one.
free agency.
Yeah, let's talk about the next game.
But I did confirm with one of parlay as well today. Still try to be an hour.
Well, I mean, that's going to be rough with that. What we have to talk about after these games.
Yeah, but yeah, Bears, Bengals, 47-42. I mean,
I don't remember if I said the Bengals were going to win this game. I think I said Chicago was going to win, but
I can't remember.
I didn't think it would be in that way.
I mean, I don't think anybody did, especially when you score with
return opening
52
kickoff.
seconds left and
return opening kickoff of the game.
Yeah.
And then they score a touchdown. DJ Moore throws the ball to Caleb Williams. And then they score again. I mean, like, it's the defense is embarrassing. T. Higgins was shitting on them all day. And Joe Flacco had the most passing yards by a quarterback over 40 years old ever in the league. And we score a touchdown with, what was it?
52 seconds left.
Yeah, 52 seconds left in the game. And we were down 14. Score a touchdown.
Onside.
Get an onside kick. Score another touchdown.
I don't know who that was on the Bears, but his toe was touching the football.
He literally stepped on the ball.
Yeah. And he's just trying to get a block.
Somehow the Bengals play the dumbest looking defense you could ever see, and they don't tackle with their arms. They try and hit people with their shoulder. That's like literally when we had Marvin Lewis right before he was getting fired. That's how the Bengals would tackle. They would never wrap up, and they would just try and hit people with their shoulder or like do some dumb shit and try and hip check them or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you got to wrap them up. These dudes they're big. Like Jordan Battle literally runs up and tries to shoulder check Colson Level, and he fucking rolls off of him. And then runs it for a fucking 50-yard touchdown or a 58-yard touchdown. And then, yeah, it's embarrassing. I don't know how Zach Taylor has a job.
Well,
and everybody's like, well, you can't blame it on Zach Taylor. Well, he's putting this team together. He's putting this team together. He did this. He put the team together. And everybody's like, which I get, a lot of teams have money tied up on mostly offense or mostly defense or whatever. But they still have money on the defensive side of the ball that they're paying people, and they're supposed to be able to play in NFL. It doesn't look like it because they gave up 47 and 39 points to the Jets and the Bears.
It's also 2 straight weeks where the Bengals defense allowed a passing touchdown from a non-quarterback.
Yeah.
So
you know what else too? The Bengals are the first team since like 1950 to score 38 points in back-to-back games and lose them both.
Yeah, they also said, and I didn't even know how I didn't know this was a stat or people recorded it, but I think there's lore behind it. There has to be, but the Bengals defense has had the most trick plays against them.
Yeah, I'm not surprised
this season, and that kind of tells you
because
that
you go against the Bengals defense and you're like, I think this is the game we kind of try our fucking stupid shit and see if it works.
Yeah, these teams coming up to this game are like, we can probably do whatever we want.
Caleb Williams caught 2 passes, and on that play, the second one that he caught, they snapped the ball to Caleb Williams, and he throws it to Tyson Bagent, who is a quarterback. Yeah. They had 2 quarterbacks in on one
and
play.
Throws it to Caleb Williams.
And then he throws it back to Caleb Williams.
Yeah, so that is...
And also, the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Zach Taylor fucking challenges a thing that isn't a touchdown to see if it's a touchback, and they overturn that. So he basically challenged for the Bears to get a touchdown.
You talking about the DJ Moore?
Yeah, he reaches the ball, which is clearly, if they're going to call anything as a touchdown, they're not going to say it was a fumble out of the back of the end zone. And he challenges and we give them a touchdown because if anything, it was going to be they're just going to run some plays and score a touchdown on a run or throw the ball the next couple plays. And he said, I'm going to challenge it, and we're going to give him a touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have Manungai, 176 yards on the ground as well.
Yep. I told you he's going to shit on us.
Allowed Caleb Williams 53 yards on the ground as well, and then he finished with
You know what's
283
crazy?
touchdowns.
You know what's crazy? I know our pass rush is terrible, and it looked terrible this game too. But Caleb Williams is running around like a fucking chicken with his head cut off and still just dicing us up.
Yeah, and what's even crazy about all that is I have Romeo Odunze in fantasy. He got 47 points, and he had zero catches.
No catches. That is stupid.
47 points, 0 catches, 0
and
points
we're
talking,
and Zach Taylor's talking about the defense or the like people saying that like worry, like don't be saying anything in the media, like, and then there's other NFL players like worry about your side of the ball, like take care of what you can take care of. They scored 42 points and lost.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Romeo Odunze's only contribution that entire game was his pass to TJ Moore to throw the touchdown. So
it wasn't even a pass. He got a no handoff type thing from Caleb Williams, and he flipped it back to.
That's the most he had the ball all game. Was that? But yeah, I mean, you have the Bengals players saying certain things after the game, like Chase Brown did, Jamar Chase did.
What did Chase Brown say? Yeah, dude, we just need to finish the fucking game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can't blame them. They have every right to say
seconds. They scored a touchdown in 20 seconds.
You're the only team in score. You're the only NFL team in history to score 38 points in back-to-back weeks and lose.
I just told you that, you fucking jackass.
Oh, well, must have slipped through my hair.
But you know, it's crazy too. I saw this thing on TikTok. It was like on an NFL or like CBS sports page or something, that the Bengals, like in the past 25 years, if you look at like most stats, like yards per game, worse than the last 25 years. Yards per play, worse than the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy.
Just bad. Yeah.
It makes no sense. And like the two linebackers that we fucking are starting Logan Wilson over, I know they're trying to do a youth movement or whatever, but the linebacker you drafted is 26 years old as a second round pick.
Yeah. Shamar Stewart just has not.
Shamar Stewart has no pass. He doesn't have any pass rush moves. He just runs into him like, I'm just going to try and overpower him.
Well, and that's why you look at his measurements, and it's a project. But
and Orlando Brown
did not need to take him in that first round.
Orlando Brown is dog shit. There was a play in the Bengals game, dude. This dude is a rookie, runs up to Orlando Brown like this, just shoves his arm right up into his shoulder pad and throws him with one arm and sacks Flacco.
Yeah.
Through Orlando Brown. And Orlando Brown's getting penalties and shit. I'm like, dude, you are probably playing like the worst offensive lineman we have this year.
Yeah, you are. And one parlay just texted me, says, "We've enjoyed your partnership. Can't wait for many more years to come. Love you guys. Thank you."
And how did the Bengals, you know that Trey Hendrickson's leaving. Why are you not trading him today?
I don't know. That makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. 1-year deal.
Because the Bengals are like, because Mike Brown's like, yeah, we have to get a first-round pick for him. No, you fucking don't, dude. He's fucking 31.
No, you're going to get nothing in return for him.
Now, guess what? Yeah, now we're going to get nothing. The only good thing about it is we get $30 million off our books. But that's it.
But you don't even have anybody right now that you would want to spend money on.
No, unless and who's going to go? Who wants to come play for the Bengals in free agency? No one.
Not many people. Not many people.
Let me go try and help the worst defense in history.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
So we got Rams Saints. We don't even need to talk much about that game because that is an absolute blowout by the Rams, and that is
I'm not gonna lie.
We thought was
Spencer Rattler, I'm pretty sure, is younger or close to the same age as Tyler Shuck. Play Spencer Rattler. He's better than Tyler Shuck.
Yeah. Yep.
Tyler Shuck's ass.
Oh, I know.
And now he doesn't have his deep threat anymore.
Yeah.
Because Rashid Shaheed's on Seattle, so.
Yep. Should have been on Pittsburgh, but
you know who was actually? Oh, yeah, we'll go over that. Never mind. I'll tell you in a minute.
But yeah,
Matt Stafford is, dude. He's unreal.
Yeah. No, he is. He is absolutely unreal. next on the list, OT game, Jags, Raiders. If there's any team in the NFL that's going to take the Raiders to OT, probably is the Jags because they just play like that this year. Keep games really close for no
they
reason.
win. Somehow they win them, but
they do. Parker Washington, 90 yards on 8 catches. I love him.
Brian Thomas Jr., you just need to sit out because you clearly are hurt.
Yeah, 3 receptions, 55 yards. Probably would have been a game to sit out if you're playing Oakland. Tough win. But yeah, Oakland,
Trevor Lawrence is
dumpster
turning
fire.
into
Genty.
Trevor Lawrence is turning into fucking Josh Allen.
He is.
Just fucking running touchdown.
Yep. And then Genty has a, kind of like a game that he has every week, 42 yards, 13 attempts. And that's just how the Raiders have been this
what's
season.
crazy to me? How the Jaguars defense has been really like a decent defense all season, and then they allowed Geno Smith to throw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I guess it probably helps that Brock Bowers is back, but,
Yeah. That definitely helps. Brock Bowers is good.
But other than that, no, hold on. There's one more thing we got to talk about in this game, Max. Cam Little.
Oh, 68 yards?
68-yarder. And he looked like he could have made it from like 73.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I know.
But so next game is the game of the week.
Okay. Take over for a second. Hold
on. Okay. So the Chiefs and the Bills. Patrick Mahomes did not look great this game. The only way they scored was doing a gadget play with Rashid Rice. Kareem Hunt obviously scores, like we all knew he was going to score. But the Bills defense getting a little more healthy, they looked a lot better. Josh Allen played absolutely amazing in that game. 2 rushing touchdowns. Had 3 incompletions. Dalton Kincaid had his maybe best game of the season. I don't think he's had a game this good all season. And they just played unreal. Mahomes throws that pick to Maxwell Harrison to effectively end the game. And Mahomes also had his worst completion percentage of his entire career this game. I think it was like 43% or something. So that is pretty wild, especially because the Bills' defense hasn't been insanely good on the back end, but it's getting healthier. So I think that's why they're starting to kind of turn the corner with their defense. It's going to help them out a lot because Christian Benford, they just got Maxwell Harrison back. They started Jordan Poyer this week. I think he was on the practice squad or something a week or 2 beforehand. And then I don't know who else on their defense. I think their other cornerbacks are healthy. I can't remember. But it just was not a good game for the Chiefs. And we kind of all would expect this because I know I said the Chiefs. I thought the Chiefs would win, but buddy, hey, please don't do your bowing. It's really loud. It's really loud, buddy. Okay, you can sit there. It's fine. But the Chiefs' defense, which has been really good all season, allowed 400 yards of offense to the Bills. Time of possession was in the Bills' favor for 10 minutes. Third down percentage, the Chiefs only 23%, and the Bills had 58%. And, it's just, unfortunate for the Chiefs, but I don't hate it. And also people complaining about that fucking intentional grounding call. You are crybabies because you guys get every other call in the game, every game. So there's no point in crying about that. You're 5-4. You're probably going to go to the Super Bowl. So no point in crying about it, really. And you could have went out and made a trade to make your team even way better this week, but you didn't do it because Brees Hall was literally asking the Jets to trade him, and you didn't go get him. So that is on y'all because that would have helped you out a lot. And yeah, the Chiefs, I think they're going to be perfectly fine, obviously. They probably, they still have a hard-ass schedule. Like, the rest of the season, they got a bye week next week, and then they play the Broncos, the Colts, Cowboys they should win, but the Cowboys also got a lot better today. Texans, great defense. Chargers, divisional game. Should beat the Titans, obviously. And then you play Denver, and then you got the Raiders, which obviously they should win that game as well. So they should be perfectly fine, but it's just, I don't know how Mahomes plays that bad. I didn't get to fully watch that game because I couldn't stand sitting there for 3 hours listening to Tony Romo suck off Mahomes and Josh Allen the whole game. Could not do it. You could not pay me money to sit there and watch that entire game like that. I had to get on my phone, have it as background noise or something. I should have just turned the sound off, honestly, but it's just I cannot listen to Tony Romo for that long. It's terrible. I can't stand it. It may be the worst thing that the NFL has ever done is have Tony Romo on that game. How's it going?
Great.
Doesn't
Where are we at?
Doesn't sound like it's great. I was just saying how Mahomes had his worst completion percentage ever in that game against the Chiefs, and that Josh Allen played unreal. 3 incompletions, and that I barely could pay attention to this game because they had Tony Romo calling a game where he's got 2 dudes that he would give a blowjob if they were standing in front of him. So,
yeah. Well, really hoping Bills would win, so I'm glad that they did.
Yeah. Thank God. But it's also what the Bills do to the Chiefs in the regular season. They're now 5-1 against the Chiefs in the regular season, and the Chiefs are 4-0 against the Bills in the playoffs. So
good.
Not good, unfortunately, but whatever.
Next game we have
Seattle and Washington.
Yep, Seattle, Washington. Jaden Daniels' arm.
That was so disgusting.
I think everybody saw it.
We were on Xbox together, and I was telling you about it live. I saw him, as soon as he got tackled, I was like, oh, God, that is disgusting. And then they showed the replay, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate season for Jaden Daniels.
It's an unfortunate season for the NFL with all these injuries, dude.
Yeah,
it's like we lose a star player every week.
But yeah, Seahawks just had no rushing game. Kenneth Walker, 42 yards on 11 attempts, and Charbonnet with 25 on 8 attempts. And I know Charbonnet did you so dirty.
Yeah, I would punch him right in the nose if I saw him.
But once again, Jackson Smith and Jigba, another crazy ass good game.
What a surprise. And Torrey Horton. No Cooper Kupp this game. Torrey Horton shows up. And Sam Darnold played unreal.
Yeah, he did. But that's just what's going to happen when you play the Seahawks that are a good team.
And they got a great defense.
Yeah, they do. Darnold only had 3 incompletions, 330 yards.
Pick, unfortunately.
4 touchdowns, yeah. Yeah, that's just how the Seahawks have been playing all season.
Yeah. Agreed. They're good.
And then, Chris Rodriguez Jr. has a pretty good game. 65 yards on 12 attempts, and then a touchdown. Krosky Merritt just same attempts. No, 30 yards less.
I don't know what it is, but he's not it. It doesn't look like. At least not right now.
Yeah, just not right now.
And it's crazy too. Dan Quinn already said this, but you got to take Jaden Daniels out of this game.
Yeah, there's no point. You're losing by 30.
Yeah, and then he goes running the ball trying to score a touchdown, and he fucking rolls up on his arm, and it just bends inward.
Yeah,
you got to take him out of the game.
That's coaching,
or at least
right there.
Or if you're gonna keep him in, run the ball with your running backs or throw the ball, because that wouldn't happen if that's the case.
No, it wouldn't. But yeah, Cardinals take down the Cowboys. Monday Night Football.
I think the Kyler Murray experience should be over for me personally. I know Jacoby Brissett is obviously not going to play amazing every game because he's Jacoby Brissett. That's what he does.
But this is the best the offense has looked in a long time.
Yeah, and like Marvin Harrison had the most catches tied the most catches of his career in the first half.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean,
he
and they were
broke
about
Deron Bland's ankles for a touchdown.
to
And
be the Packers the week before
yeah,
with
like
Jacoby Brissett.
yeah,
Um,
I think Kyler's got to be done. I know they got a lot of money tied up in him, but he's been in the league for like
well,
8 years now.
yeah.
Like I think it's he's not the one.